whatever happened to the Republican Party that used to take home rule seriously? We got a question from John Torres. Is like he's just curious as to what happened to that GOP party.
Yeah, well, I think when we've seen home rule defy the Republican legislature with different initiatives that are taking place in municipalities, that's what got the attention of the Republican legislature. They don't want that anymore. They want to be able to command what Floridians are dealing with, not just on a statewide level, but in their individual communities as well. The other thing too, this gets into sort of the political science of things, but you have seen more urban areas in Florida becoming kind of Democratic enclaves. They're a little bit more liberal leaders who are a little more quick to respond with innovative ideas, maybe ideas that this Republican legislature does not want to have happening. So I think it's a little bit of a pushback too against communities that are seen as Democratic leaning now. We have a little bit of a self-sorting across the country where you have urban areas are more traditionally, kind of more progressive, liberal leaning areas. And that's not exclusive to Florida, but we're seeing it here in the Miamis, the Tampas, the Orlandos. The voters there are a little more tolerant of government playing a larger role and enacting policies that this Republican legislature doesn't like. So I think that's where you start seeing home rule being taken away.
Yeah, there are two things that I think there are two things that play here, and it's within the Republican Party. On the one hand, the Republican Party, part of the Republican Party is very focused on capital and on business. Governor Rick Scott used to say, former Governor Rick Scott used to say, capital flows to where capital is welcome. And he was intent on making Florida the most hospitable state in the union for capital. Mm-hmm. So you have that faction of the Republican Party, and those are the ones handcuffing. That's the faction that's handcuffing local government with preemptions to make it easier for businesses to operate. And then on the other hand, on the other side of the Republican Party is the cultural conservatives who are ramping up all these other different issues that, the abortion bill, the Anti-Woke Act, the redistricting battle, the fight against solar power, and else. So that's the tension within the Republican Party. The cultural conservatives are not interested in home rule and preemption and pay no attention to what's going on there. And the part of the party that's interested in that, the business section of the party, cheers on the lawmakers and even writes the bills for them that get submitted. So, that's the dynamics at play.